Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What's the collective need to know and be made aware of? What would you like for them to know? Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and subscribing to the YouTube channel and supporting me on TikTok and all that good stuff. I appreciate you. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Alrighty, please and thank you. Seems kind of calm on the front. I don't know. Let's go in. Let's go in and see what we don't see. And those that have donated, I appreciate you for doing so. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. And you know, you can go to my bio, get the website information if you're interested in a personal reading. This is a collective reading. It may not fit, and don't try to make it fit. It just may not be the reading for you, and that's fine. But I appreciate you sticking around. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Okay, there's going to be a clunk of cards that comes out right there. Let me see if we can get a couple more. Excuse me. All right, flip over in the deck. Ooh-wee. All right, we got our friend, the King of Wands is here. Let me see, make sure that's in camera view. Okay, and then we have the Devil card at the bottom of the deck. Devil energy here. So I would have to look at the Devil energy here. And there are three. Look at this triangle right here. Just like, hello, here I am, right? I'm seeing this connection because that's what it is. 3 points. Now, let me just look at what we have going on underlying wise with the Devil energy. So, you know, the Devil speaks of attachments, unhealthy ones at that. So the Devil means no good. So yes, it's going to come looking enticing, beautiful, smell good, look good, all that kind of stuff that just kind of gets you mesmerized and captivated as to this illusion may be real. That's the Devil's job, right? That's that Devil energy. So coming along with that, I have to look at these two figures in the card. I'm being drawn to this masculine figure and this feminine figure, but they're both chained up to this energy. So I don't know if, you know, if this has to do with your person being tied to someone else, because I would like to think that you've already recognized that this Devil energy is already harnessed toward somebody that you've tried to separate from or have separated from. I would like to look at it that way. Or maybe this is unknowing to you, and maybe that's why this Magician card's coming up with this King of Wands. It's like, let's make the connection, the triangle. Is this you, your person, and the enemy? 3 of you? But maybe you are unaware of the one, and possibly that's this demonic energy, or maybe it's an actual physical person, like a triangle. Let's get into it, y'all. I'm ready. I am ready. Okay, so there's a clunk of cards that came out here. I kind of want to see what's underneath the group of cards, because, you know, I'm gonna read through this like a storybook when I get to it. So I feel like I need to come here first. Okay, we've already identified the King of Wands. So, you know, this is that person that's about action. If anything, they're going to show you what they can do. Now, the Magician card is some sort of favoritism, meaning whatever this energy lends itself to, it's like, okay, I understand that there's a 3D, but I also am aware of I can manipulate things to make them happen in a magical way that a lot of people may not be aware of, that I'm able to do this, or this energy even exists. They might think it's an illusion. Okay, back to illusion with that Devil card energy at the bottom of the deck. There's a connection there with illusion. All right. And this isn't pulling a rabbit out of a hat type of magic here. This is about somebody bending your will or bending the energies, whether it's good or bad. Now, if it were in the reverse, I know that it would be all bad. But if it's coming out as, there's positive intent behind, bending someone's will, which really doesn't add up. It doesn't really level out and make sense because it's still against someone's will, right? So maybe this is now the King of Wands feeling like an energy of, okay, I think I have a shot. I don't know where they got this from. I don't know what convinced them of this, because I feel like, yes, they are on some sort of outs here, right? So this is them in their own mind, like, I got to show up. I got to be that actionable person because, that's what they know me for. Like, duh, I'm the king, of action. So they have to show up. But then with the Magician card here, it kind of feels like it's going against something. Let's see what's behind there. I just noticed when I clicked on the card, there's a card behind there. Okay, there we are, the Ace of Wands. Look, and this is the King of Wands. So that absolutely means a new start, a new beginning, a new opportunity here. But it feels like it's on the other side of whatever this energy is here. But I feel, of course, it's connected by way of this triangle that I pointed out. So let's see what's going on here in the middle, the sandwich, because I still have this group to go through right here. All right. Now, you have the Strength card, so this could represent Leo energy, but the Strength card just has to do with somebody who has mastered their ability, but it feels like it's just all in a day's work. This person isn't bragging about it. They're not taking classes on it, like they can actually pay the tuition and have the free time to go to class. This is like things that just happened supernaturally with the Strength card. So this is a very good card to have. But let's see, what else is going on here. Oh, okay. So the Page of Wands reverse. So, I have to look at it as this Page of Wands reverse, of course, is not a good energy for this Page of Wands. I'm sorry if I said Page, Knight of Wands. It's not a good energy for this Knight to be in because this is like the cheater. This is like the one who is at risk of being exposed for their ways. They're immature. They sleep around. They just, they're actionable on this horse. They're in and out, but it's like when they come in, they're coming to rob and steal. But, that could be literally or figuratively, right? And even spiritually. Like they mean no good because it's really like they're in a bad way and they have their heads in a cloud, meaning they feel like they can throw rocks and the rocks not come back to them because they'll already be gone and out of the way if the rocks were ever intended to be returned to them, like thrown back at them. They're going to dodge that. So they're doing dirt and not expecting any sort of repercussions, or either they don't care. Now, with the Strength card right next to that, let me see what else is here, because that could mean like you've avoided this person. You've built up the strength to avoid that energy. Or it means that they're really strong in this energy to that don't care energy that's going on with that that Knight of Wands reverse. And possibly that's what made them into this king. I don't know, y'all. Let me keep going. See what else is here. So we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. So this is someone who doesn't recognize that they really did do a lot to get where they are. This has a lot to do with trials in one's lifetime. And then them not showing gratitude or being grateful for how much strength they actually have built, how they've actually built this garden up, how they've actually have been provided for, even though it looked really dark and dim a lot of times. But if it were in the upright, it's like, man, look at how, I am so proud of myself. Look at this, all that I've built. But it's not in a way that, you're boasting about it. It's more a way of just showing gratitude. Like, man, I really should not even be here right now because of the things I've been through. But in the reverse, it's like, okay, so yeah, I've really lost a lot. I've squandered over a lot. Like, I'm not really taking care of myself, and it is what it is, right? So I'm feeling the energy of somebody who had been rescued many times and then them not realizing that they've actually been spared. Like, they didn't have to be rescued out of their mess. But the energy behind it is like they're shrugging their shoulders, right? Like, okay, yeah, whatever. I hear you talking, but whatever. That's what's coming from this. All right, so right next to that, the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So this has to do with a loss. This is like somebody who, if it were in the upright, they're proud of their investments, their 401ks, if we're looking at monetary or, material wealth, they're able to kind of display it and say, well, I have done this and I have done that. And it's I. In the reverse, they're losing that because they did not acknowledge, what it really took to get there. They didn't help people on the way up. They didn't give back. They didn't give to charitable causes. So yeah, you will eventually, if you're a taker, and it's all about me, and you're not, balancing the scales by giving that wealth away or sharing that wealth, even knowledge, reaching down to help pull somebody up. Not walking past them and, just sticking your nose in the air because you're better than them. But because of that energy, they've lost it. They've lost it all or are at risk of losing. So this Six of Swords right here, I feel like it was on its side because I was holding it like this. So that Six of Swords would have to do with a lot of being wanting to be taken away out of a mentally confining situation. So it's like wanting to be rescued, but then still being stubborn. Like, I don't need help, but man, I really wish I could get out of this, but it's all right. I'm good. That would be the response. It'd be like a smug, I'm good. Like, calm down, chill out. Like, I just asked how you were doing. That's that energy, right? And now that we're back over here to the King of Wands, that lets me know that, yeah. So out of all the delusion that's being provided by this Devil card reverse at the bottom of the deck, so that's the first point of this triangle, right? So they're being led. But what's on the other side of this is this Magician with this new opportunity. All right, so who's connected to that? There's a Knight of Cups here, and then there's the Death card. Hang on, let me see what's going on with this. Spirit, what is this? Knight of Cups and a Death card. Because the Death card means transformation, and it means like it really actually is possibly going to take place here. So is this Knight of Cups moving out of this King of Wands life? Because, we said triangle, right? So I'm looking at lovers. I'm looking at a third party. I'm looking at an attachment, an unhealthy attachment at that. So if these two were separated, right? So, it doesn't have to be gender related, but we're talking about a triangle here. So, the devil is the master of illusion, right? And no wonder we have the Magician card here, right? So if this is about someone's sexuality and them being closeted, them not identifying with who they really are. Oh my God, y'all. What in the world? Because I'm looking at, this, I changed my background, right? I just put some fabric now because I didn't want y'all to keep seeing like my cutting table, like the background, it kind of looks crazy, but it's just years of working on it. So I wanted to share that with you all. But anyway, I was like, let me grab some fabric because I'm all about chakras right now. So this is some beautiful, showing the prisms and the colors that would also for me represent chakras. But listen, we also have like the epitome of gay pride here, and I'm all here for all of it. But what in the world are we talking about? And then the stage was already set. What are we talking about here? I mean, it's fine. The only thing is this King of Wands likely is not being honest about who Who has been on the side here with this Knight of Cups? So the Knight of Cups right here, was this their friend, their male friend, their male co-worker, that they didn't want something to get out? So with that Magician manipulating energies here, like, and I told you the cheater is here with this Knight of Wands reverse. And the loss of investments and, you know, the smug attitude about, I'm good. You know, it's like, are you really good? Are you sure you're good? Because that I'm good just sounded really like, had a lot of like juice behind it, like not good juice though. That's all I heard. I'm good. Like, no, you're not. Especially responding like that, you're not. Y'all, let me get some clarifiers here, because I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? So, I mean, you know, this has come up before, so this is no secret, but it's like, okay, is this really what caused all of this destruction in this person's life, whoever's connected to you in this energy? And if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit, y'all. Please don't. Don't start thinking somebody's on the DL. And they really may not be. But if you're already wondering, then where there's smoke, there's fire, right? And, you know, it's okay if you be who you want to be, but be honest about it. Like, don't even try to play other people and hurt people's feelings, you know, because you didn't reveal the truth, or either you don't know that you're not trying to reveal the truth about yourself. You're in denial, like, but you're hurting so many other people because you want to keep it a secret. Like, why? Even the person you're dealing with, like, if it's true for this this Knight of Cups, rather, if you're playing even with their emotions, it's not fair to them. All right, y'all. Adjudication. So, yeah, there's some sort of information coming out, some sort of decision that needs to be made, some sort of he said, she said, some sort of lies that need to be straightened out, some sort of truth that needs to be known. It's justice. It needs to be served in this matter with this adjudication card at the bottom of the deck. I didn't even get to these cards yet. But let's go ahead and turn these over and see what came out as clarifiers. So, courthouse is in the reverse. So here we go. More justice on the situation. Thief card and mature man. So here we go. An older man would represent this Knight of Cups, right? So they're going through some sort of transformation. Did they get in trouble with the law? Are they, you know, is there some impending lawsuit or something that could convict them? That's happening here with the Death card, the transitional part of it, right? With this mature man, and the Thief card, well, you know, the Magician is here too. So when I have to consider both of those together, especially with if the law is involved now. Oh boy, as the world turns, I tell you. Okay, down here, I don't even know if y'all can see this, but the bad health card is here in reverse, and then there's another card I'm gonna flip over, the family rooms, but we still have yet to see what these cards are here. But I just can't leave this energy right here alone, because there's something else that needs to be known here. But give me one moment. 5, 6, and 5. 5, 6, 5. Then we have 1 and 1. And then the Death card, that's 13. So 5 have to do with change, right? Spirit, what's the message here with this? All right, so the Knight of Cups is definitely somebody that's been in and out of this King of Wands life, either by way of choice or just by way of this King of Wands trying to keep things a secret. Because I don't feel like this Knight of Cups is a secret. I don't feel like they're trying to hide who they are. Now, if the Magician card and that Ace of Wands represents a phallic symbol, and the Magician card is like bending someone's will, but in a positive way, that's why I feel like they were okay with who they were. They're fine with, you know, their sexuality, and they're proud, and, you know, they're not hiding. But if this King of Wands is somebody who really was smitten with this Knight of Cups, then the Knight of Cups clearly had some entanglements that didn't seem to fair for the for the Knight of Cups. I'm sorry. The Knight of Cups was not benefiting from interactions with this King of Wands. Now, with the Devil card still here in the middle, you know, it's a triangle going on. So this Devil card leading the show, right, for both parties. And then the Thief card being here. So there was some sort of partnership here. Not I mean, I'm obviously romantically, but I feel like there's some other deeds that were going on here, because why else would courts be involved, right? Why else would the Thief card come up? You know, and if this Knight of Cups is like making up in their mind that they're going to tell the truth, confess, they're going to be honest, because they've been nothing. They tried to be nothing but honest when it came to like their sexuality. But now they really need to be honest about everything, whatever everything is. But I feel like we might get to that here. And if not, then I'll stick around and see what else may come up. But yeah, this was some sort of, I heard organization. So this was an organization that these two were involved in together. Like, again, that could be by way of business. It could be by way of social activities. Right? But we have two masculine energies here in a triangle with the Devil card. All right, y'all, let me see what's here. We already got the clarifiers for the energy here, but I have yet to see what this is. So let me run through it like a storybook. Look who we have, the Empress. The Empress is this beautiful being who brings growth, brings birth to situations that also are able to bring growth and wealth, prosperity, abundance. Like, she breathes and births new beginnings. Even if you're just around this Empress's presence, you're going to benefit energetically some way, to where you walk away feeling brand new about an emotion, or, you know, how it is you want to tackle life after you leave their presence. Like, it's just beneficial to be around this Empress, right? I'm looking at this Empress like this is the queen bee. She's protected at all costs, right? The worker bees around them won't let you get near. And they're busy. They have their heads down because they know that there's a task at hand. So this Empress is all about that. It's almost like being, I wanted to almost equate it to when you have one female member of an all masculine household. Right? She's the mother, she's a caretaker, she's all of those feminine qualities, right? And at the same time being tough, like having like a tough exterior also. But don't get it twisted, she's still feminine. She's the Empress. The one that you don't mess with, you don't play with, right? All right, is there anything else? All right, that's what I'm getting here. Let's see what's behind the Empress. Look at this, the Tower. The Tower is right behind it. Okay, Major Arcana. So the Empress is calling judgment, y'all. The Empress is calling judgment, and people are receiving payback, or they're about to. If they even thought that they were already going through for having to deal with karma and mistreatment of others, like, the show has not even really began yet, from what I'm understanding right now, for messing with this Empress. Everything's about to be on fire. Everything. Okay. So, okay. So we have people falling by the wayside because possibly when I made the reference to the worker bees who kept their head down and they didn't know nothing, don't ask them nothing, they just know that they just need to do this job. They're the ones. They're the ones that are falling. So with this Empress energy, you know, she's busy being the queen bee. So there were people put into positions that, you know, she trusted people to be able to handle business accordingly as the Empress would have it their way. But it didn't go down exactly how it should have been, because I feel like with the Empress, there's always somebody fighting to take their place. There's always some sort of hidden agendas, hidden competition, right? It's like the moth to the flame. And it's like the Empress is the flame attracting these moths. But then when they get too close, they burn up in the flame. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what else is here. All right, the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords would have to do with heartache, sadness, depression. I can't believe this is happening. Why is this happening to me? Like, what did I do? I can't. This is that energy. Like, why me? Why me? Why me? Let's see what else is here. Two of Wands. Two of Wands in reverse would have to do with somebody who's absolutely making the decision to start over. Like, before it was contemplative and it was like, well, I got it okay now. Why would I want to risk, you know, dropping what I have now to do better? But because this is a positive card, even in the reverse. So that Two of Wands would have to do with, you know, I'm just going to do it. You know, I'm just going to take the risk. Let's see what this risk is about. Okay. So the Emperor. So we're going from the Empress to the Emperor here, with this breakdown in between of, seems like people who were not meaning the Empress any good. Like maybe just having to filter out those who did not mean any good. Yeah, they came disguised as meaning well. And maybe that Three of Swords would have to do with like the realization, the why me, the heartache behind how could they, you know, have betrayed me in that way. And then going to that emperor energy, that's right above the Empress. Or you could look at them as counterparts. But I feel like it's just been a manifestation of somebody just standing stronger in their will, in their power, in their all-knowing of who one really is and the power that they possess. So if we're talking about protection here, that's what protection looks like. And then with that decision of, no, it's like, I know who I am. Like, nobody can tell me that I'm not the Empress. Matter of fact, now that I've gone through these upgrades and these ascensions, you can now refer to me as the Emperor. And then right behind that, we have the King of Swords reverse. And the King of Swords reverse does not like the Emperor. These are two separate people, and obviously court cards. Well, the Emperor's not necessarily a court card, but it still has that energy of someone, like a physical person to me. But that challenge, that Knight of Swords, just always in the back of the line, but nevertheless in line. Right? Like not giving up, not giving it a rest. And they're still around. All right, so the clarifiers I pulled on this energy, the family room and then family room, and then the bad health card reverse. Let me put these down here. And then we're going to put these here. Let me see what this energy is. I just heard you make them sick. Yeah, this is definitely with the 2 and 1, that's 3. So we were talking about the reference of the triangle earlier. So this is like a blocking off of energy is what I'm feeling. And I mentioned protection earlier. If this is what protection looks like. All right, y'all. So, I mean, if I could sum this up with the clarifiers, basically this Knight of Swords reverse is just always going to be a thorn in someone's side because they cannot penetrate any longer, right? But then that Knight of Swords reverse could also be the energy of this King of Wands here with this Devil energy. Because the King of Wands in this energy right here is in the upright. So it's like, okay, so we're above ground. We're not below ground with our thinking and understandings and doings. We're not doing like shiesty stuff at this point. But that energy could always come back around, representing itself in this King of Swords reverse. Like they're not taking no for an answer, and don't you dare challenge them. This is the Narc energy here with this King of Swords reverse, right? And we also know the King of Wands reverse can also represent Narc energy, as well as the King of Cups reverse. But the King of Cups reverse is not out here. The Knight of Cups is. But I feel like that's somebody different. Let me see if there's anything else, y'all. I did bring out my Lenormand deck for clarifiers because I had been drawn to this deck the past couple of readings, but it's just now making its appearance back out to the reading. Let's see, Spirit, you have any more clarifiers here? So if it does feel quiet on your end, because I kind of felt the energy of it just being, you know, like where's all the hype at? Where's the activity? Where's the nervousness? Where's the, I wasn't picking up on any of that before the reading. And to see these actual characters, quote unquote, come out in the reading, then I know that this has nothing to do with my collective in regards to how you should be feeling with this energy being around you, or maybe not, or maybe feeling like it's coming, because they're dealing with their own stuff right now. It's almost like they are in their own little world. They're not even really focused on you, even though they would like to be in your presence. They would like to have a piece of you, your energy. They're not really focused on that right now because they've got some other things coming up, and by way of this Judication and Courthouse card and this other lover over here, which could be the person that could potentially out them. Spirit, what else do you have? Because of some bad business dealings possibly, or just this person maybe kind of being vindictive or blackmailing them. I've talked about all of this before in my reading, so I'm not surprised to see this come up, because this could just be, you know, the end all be all now that they're going to court, that it would be something for the defendant to say, yeah, we were actually having a relationship together. You know, I don't mean to say it like that, but it could, yeah, we were actually having a relationship together. You know, it could be whatever. I don't want to offend anyone, but it could come out in court, which is the last thing this King of Wands would want to happen. All right, so we had the House card come out. It fell on the floor, actually. So is this over a physical home? Because you know that's been coming up as well. Does it have to do with property? Does it have to do with a lease, a deed, a contract? Because 4 also represents foundation, family, home. Okay, and then the Fox card came out with this energy here. So when I was talking about, you know, them kind of just being flippant and I'm good, you know, that's the Fox energy. This is the one who is the one to watch, because they're sneaky. That sneaky energy, and it's touching this King of Wands, which, you know, obviously if they're caught up in a triangle that they're at risk of being exposed for having a, you know, a lover of the same sex, which is the last thing they want to have out, then yeah, then you know it's caught up with them. So with that fox energy being on its side, it's like, okay, so obviously I can't really elude any much longer like I've been doing. I can't really be that sneaky sly fox that I've been, because they're at risk. All right, y'all. So the bottom of the deck is this kind of maze imagery, like trying to find your way out or in, just depending on where you're headed. You don't know because, you know, you're in a maze, but I feel like this is that energy with that Devil card, of course, the Master of Confusion, right? Am I going up? Am I going down? Am I going to the side? How do I get out of here? Somebody, oh, nobody can see me. Nobody can hear me. They can't help me. You know, there's no way to cut the line. Can I just walk through the bush? Probably not. You know, all of this stuff. It's like the roosters coming home to roost, if I could say that, because that's what I was getting just now. But I never use that terminology, if that is the phrase. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. But just know that that's what's happening. All right, talk to y'all later.